Yo, what's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 35 of the Infernal Gaming Podcast. I'm your host, Blaze Inferno. If you're new to the show, hello, and thanks for coming by. And if you're a returning listener, welcome back, man. Welcome back. Welcome back, man. This is the first podcast of our second year doing this shit, man. We had a year on the Infernal Gaming Podcast June 1st, man. So this is the first episode, I guess you could say, of season 2, man. And we got a really good one here for you today, man. Crazy. It's crazy. We're recording this podcast June 11th, 8 a.m. in the morning, you know what I mean? And I have two co-hosts with me, you know what I mean? One of them you already know, man. He's always on the show. Man. I beat him in that 1v1. You know
no,
what I mean?
You didn't.
It's, as I always say, man.
No, this is fake news. Keep lying about it.
I mean, I won in my mind, so, E-Night 1v17, you know what I mean? Shout your socials, man. Let them know what's up.
What's up, man? And what's up, everybody? It's me, E-Night 117. You can follow me on Couch Combat on YouTube, on Instagram, and then I also stream on Twitch at E-Night117.
Crazy, man. I didn't even know you streamed on Twitch. Ain't even know, man.
Crazy.
And my second co-host, man. You see the title, man. You're probably sitting here like, what? No way you made that happen, you know what I mean? Yeah, we made it happen, y'all, man. This whole week, y'all been guessing all this, oh, you going to be bringing this person and that person and that. Nah, man. I brought a person that y'all never even heard this man's voice until today, man. Until today. You going to think we related, you know what I mean? But we not. This was still my motherfucking brother, man. DBAR Brock, man. What is up, my guy, man? Shout out your socials. Let the people know what's up, man.
What's going on, everyone? This is DBAR Brock. Yeah, this is my voice. This is what I sound like. I am not a bot. I am a person.
Crazy,
and you can follow me at DBAR Brock on Instagram. And for some strange reason, I'm not even going to look into why this is the way it is. But on Twitter, it is Brock DBAR, not DBAR Brock. Like I said, don't care to look into it. Just it is what it is. But you can follow me there. And, of course, my YouTube channel, DBAR Brock, where I upload hilarious channel videos, or what at least I think is funny. So if you're into laughing, if you want to laugh, just come there, check it out. Nothing special.
My motherfucking guy, man. Y'all see me shout out his shit all the time on my stream, man. It's one of the best mods in the motherfucking game, Vitani. You know what I mean? Best mod in the motherfucking game, man. He be doing his thing, man. It's a pleasure to have him on the show, man. We're going to do a creative spotlight with my guy, but, you know what I mean? He's going to be part of the regular podcast because we got a lot to fucking talk about today, man. We got a lot to talk about, man. This is going to be a very good episode, man. So if you made it this far, man, you know who I am, man. You know who the fuck I am. You ain't even got to question it, man. It's your boy Blazed X Inferno, aka Rizzo's dad. You know what I mean? You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube at Blazed X Inferno, and you can follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Blazed X Inferno, man. Oh my God. I mean, that's a lot of Blazed X Inferno, man. You know what I mean? And thank you for listening to the Infernal Gamer Podcast, which you can listen to on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Google Podcasts, all types of shit, man. But if you listen to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, make sure to rank the show 5 stars, man. Helps us out, man. Helps us get out there, man. Beat the algorithms, all the little bots and shit. Like I said, man, we got a very big episode today, man. There's a lot to talk about, man. So much shit happened. Summer Games Fest. Just so much shit, man. Sony State of Play. Games.
Guns.
But we're going to first open up the show, man, because it's been a while since we opened up the show like this. We're going to talk about, what we've been playing lately. I mean, so I'm gonna start with you, man. What you been playing lately, man?
Well, Halo. I've been playing a lot of those them there puzzle games on stream. And I've been playing a little bit of Apex here and there,
Okay. What you really been playing off stream though? Like what you been when you get the time to play something off stream? What you been playing? Just Halo?
I actually played the shit out of Diamond and Pearl last night.
Oh, that's what's up. The remake?
Yeah.
Okay.
I caught Palkia. Now I'm
Oh,
on
look at
Victory
you.
Road and shit.
Okay, I'm proud of you, man. Still on the third badge of that game, so you know what I mean? Got a lot of catching up to do, man.
Yeah, dude. It's hard to find the time.
My boy Brock, man, what you been playing, man? Let the people know, like, kind of like, what do you play, man? What kind of gamer you are, man? Besides from, your YouTube videos and stuff.
That's a loaded question. So I grew up, you and I have talked about this, Infernal. Uh, I grew up playing fighters my whole life. So that's kind of where it all started. The first game I ever remember playing was actually Double Dragon Battletoads on Super Nintendo.
Damn.
So that was the very beginning. That was where I was like, okay, I like this. Like I just get to mash buttons and cool stuff happens. And just been playing other fighting games. But to answer the rest of your question, that's kind of still what I do. I I've been playing Monster Hunter World Iceborne again. Um and other than that, I'm gonna actually go back to For Honor because I haven't played that game in a while.
What?
Isn't that like your main game? That's like your main genre.
Right, yeah. Um and it's funny you say that, Unite, because Lilith, another fellow streamer, if you guys aren't following her, you should. She's very entertaining. Me and her are cool, and I'm constantly, whenever I'm in her chat, I'm clipping her. She's very clippable. She's very funny, very entertaining. Need to follow her. But anyway, when I'm in there,
X.
she she was playing Monster Hunter World Iceborne, and the only reason I re-downloaded it is because I was watching her and she saw me up in her chat and she said, "Oh, do you need someone to run with?" And that's how it all started. That's how I thought, "Oh, I should re-download it," and I ended up doing that. But because she's on she's on PC and I'm on PS4, it's not crossplay. We never got to
Yeah.
link up on it, so yeah, it was a downer,
Yeah.
but I still have the game to enjoy.
Hell yeah, man. You nice as shit at that game, by the way. I was like, this man is making this shit look like a fucking, like, he playing Devil May Cry or some shit. I'm like, yeah, I wish I could play fucking Monster Hunter. I look all stiff and shit when I play that game. And I used
Oh,
the same sword you're using in the last video. I was like, damn.
that's the editing, man. Trust me. It's nothing special. That's just the editing. I chop everything down. I put the most entertaining stuff in there because there's a lot. There's you know, if you got Enite, I don't know if you have it.
So,
It's a lot of waiting. It's a lot of loading screens. It's a lot of
oh yeah,
setting your
Monster Hunter
gear
in
up.
general. Yeah, it's a lot of
Right,
prep.
right.
Yeah, you got
It's
Rise.
mainly prep. You do more prep than you do actually fighting.
Yeah, that's true.
So I I prided myself on making that part as entertaining as I could when I put my video out. And I actually, not to spoil too much, I have more in the pipeline. So
Oh, shit. I can't wait to see it, man. 'Cause you nice as hell at that game. That shit. My man had me like, no lie, dog. No lie. I started playing Monster Hunter Rise again because of that shit. I want to play World. I mean, I have World on PS4. Maybe one day we'll we'll link it up, man. We link it up.
Right. Yeah.
Uh,
You saying what you said though, I mean, mission accomplished for me. That's all I want uh from my videos. I just want people to go, man, that shit look fun.
yeah,
That's
man.
all I want. That's all I want. I just want people to look at my videos and look at the game different and think, man, I could really enjoy it.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Hell yeah, man. Listen, glad you're here because I do remember you saying that you're on the fighting game shit. We got a lot of fighting game shit to talk about. So E and I don't know shit about fighting games. So when we get to that point, man,
Is that them there Naruto games?
Nah, man. When we get there, we talk about it. Damn. I'm all over the place with this podcast, but I'm gonna just say it now. If you ain't following my boy Brock, like I always say on stream, I feel like I'm just saying what I say on stream. Man, make sure you go do that shit, man. Go subscribe. His link will actually be in the motherfucking podcast description. So, I mean, hit his socials up, man. Hit my guy up. Definitely check out his YouTube, man, because he be doing his fucking thing. And that's big facts.
Blaze, the reason it feels like you're saying what you say is because earlier you called Rizzo your son. On stream, you do that a lot more.
I do.
That's why it feels like you're repeating yourself, like it's deja vu.
It do, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. We're recording this podcast by 8 in the morning. I think I went to bed like 5 in the morning. Took a little nap. You know what I mean, after last night's incredible stream. So I've actually been playing Titanfall 2. The campaign.
Shit.
Been playing
Did you get the
Titanfall 2.
server?
No, I'm not playing online. I'm just playing the campaign and kind of reliving that, because I kind of watched a video essay one day, and dude was talking about how it was one of the best, first-person shooter campaigns of all time. And I agreed with him from the rip because, it's not that hard to do that. I mean, Call of Duty campaigns suck. Battlefield campaigns suck. So it's very easy to make it's very easy for it to be that way, but it was like a lot of it felt like a blur to me. So I was like, all right, let me play this again, but I also want to play it again just because, I play a lot of Apex. I kind of want to see the games back then and the games now, you know what I mean?
Okay. That makes sense.
So I've been playing a lot of like Titanfall 2, just seeing like how the guns were back in the day. Like, damn, look at the motherfucking flatline. Look at it. It's like a bunch of just weird nostalgia, like that doesn't make sense. Like, hey, look, it's that game. It's that gun from Apex. I'm like, damn, I feel like one of them little ass kids and shit. Oh, that's the guy from Fortnite. I feel like one of them motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Even though I played the game when it came out back in 2016, I actually bought it day one. It's a shame, EA did what they did to Apex. You know what I mean? Or not Apex. Fuck. Titanfall. You know what I mean? Because I watched this whole video the dude was talking about, like Apex was originally supposed to be called Timefall, and he's showing like all these old pictures of what it used to look like. I was like, damn, like this shit looks like Titanfall 2. And then I just went and played Titanfall 2. Another game I've been playing a lot of is Sniper Elite 5, on that Game Pass, man. If you got Xbox Game Pass, you are fucking winning right now, man. You are winning. If you have Xbox Game Pass, like there's so much good shit to play right now. That game just came out and landed right on Game Pass. So I was like, let me give it a try, man. I've never really been into the Sniper Elite games, but this definitely, makes me want to go back and play the other ones because this game is fucking fire, bro. This game is fucking fire. Like I said, if you have Game Pass, download it. If you have PC, get your Game Pass, download Sniper Elite 5. Super fun. It's literally Metal Gear Solid 5 in World War II, man. It's sniping and shit. The level of detail is amazing. The levels, man. The levels can take, I think the first level took me like dead ass like 2 hours to complete. Like the levels are fucking massive, man. And there's so much to do. There's so many ways to kind of kill your targets and do your objectives. It's an amazing game. Amazing game. I kind of want to save a review for that on a later podcast. I kind of want to just briefly touch on it real quick. Because, you know, it's the summertime and not a lot of games come out. So if you're looking for a game to play and you like snipers and you like, you know, if you like Metal Gear Solid 5, you're going to love that game. You're going to love that shit. Yeah, that's what I've been playing, man. That's what I've been playing. Of course, a lot of Apex, as always, man. But, yeah, that's it for me, man. That's it for me. But it's good. It was good to, it's good my man Brock mentioned that, man. I'm glad. I'm going to keep that in mind because, like I said, when we get to that part of the podcast, man, it's going to be a me and you conversation. So I need to know how you feel, man. You're definitely in the FGC more than I am. So we get there. But yeah, I mean, this is a creative spotlight. So now we're gonna put the spotlight on you, man. We're gonna talk a little bit more about you because again, I think a lot of people, like you said, you know, he's not a bot, y'all. A lot of people kind of don't know a lot about you, man. Like you're to me, and I tell people this all the time. You're one of the most kind people in the community. You know, I wake up in the afternoon to do my streaming. That. No, real shit, man. I wake up in the afternoon, do my streaming or go to work or whatever. You're literally shouting out everybody and what they're doing, who's streaming tonight. It's just fucking, it's a beautiful thing to see, man. It's a beautiful thing to see. And I feel like a lot of times, because you're that way, a lot of people kind of don't, and I know you won't take this the wrong way. This is more for the people that's listening and like, damn, I really don't interact with Brock like that. But it's like, you know, you shout out a lot of people and it just seems like you're just that person in the back of the room. You know what I mean? When I feel as though, and I tell people this all the time, you have a way bigger presence in the community than maybe even you think you do, man. Because real shit, you know, I wouldn't know a lot of people streaming if it wasn't for you. Like,
yeah, this is all shocking to hear, man. I didn't know my impact was all that big. I just thought, hey, let me do one for this person because you know, they're a part of something, and I just want to give what I can give, man. That's really what it's all about. It's all about contributing. You know what I mean?
Nah, man, and it's to me, that's the one thing I love about you, man. Like you definitely in the community. You're, like I said, one of the bigger voices in the community, even though no one knows what the fuck you sound like until now. You know what I mean? Because you don't talk in your videos or anything like that. So a lot of people don't even know what you sound like until, like I said, right now. And like I said, I think you have a way bigger voice in the community than even you think you do.
It's funny because of what you
do, man.
Not to sidetrack the conversation, Blaze, but actually, I revisited one of my old videos yesterday, and my mic quality was just trash. I sound so tired. So
yeah,
not to shameless plug again, but since we're talking about it,
nah, man, do that shit all day, man. This is your episode, man. This is your episode, dog. Your name is literally in the title of this episode. This is all you, man. It's all you.
Yeah, if anyone's interested in hearing me sound like I took NyQuil and I had 3 shots of tequila, you know, just visit DBAR Brock and visit my old videos where I uploaded Tekken videos. And yeah, I think it was a Tekken video I was
Okay.
I was talking and thanking someone because I had learned a character that was difficult for me to adjust to. And I think I had thanked and shouted out someone.
Mm.
That was the video I was watching, I believe. But
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah, man. Like I said, man, this man right here. Uh, now a little bit, I could tell you guys a little bit about Brock real fast. I mean, because a lot of people, I don't think a lot of people in the community know this, but we actually know each other in real life, man. And the meeting
facts.
of me and Brock was funny as fuck. It was funny as fuck. I've known Brock for like since I would say like '09, 2010, whatever class we had, man. That shit, man, that class was fucking hilarious, dog. Like,
Yeah,
but this is my guy Brock, man. This is gonna be his little story, man. We gonna, ask him some questions, man. We gonna see the man behind, the moderation, you know what I mean? Behind the story post, man. This is all
The
him, man.
mad moderator, my guy.
That's right, man. That's right.
mad
So
moderator. I like that.
you kind of already told us, you know what I mean, what games you play and what you get into. And you kind of told us in the Infernal Gaming Discord, shameless plug, if you ain't part of Discord, man, you fucking up. But you kind of told us in the Discord maybe like a week ago where your name comes from, but put that shit on wax, man. Where does DBAR Brock come from, man?
Yeah, thanks for asking, man. I would basically, not to make this a long story, because I know we only have as long as technology will allow us. Because I know it's about an hour or two you have, Blaze.
Um, I like to try to keep shows like at the 2.5 hour mark is when I'm like, all right, we gotta close this shit up. But we got time, man. We got time.
All right. Well, I'm gonna still shorten it anyway. Basically, D-bar was the I broke it down into letters because, like I told, or not what I told, what I put in the Discord was I got that saying from a shirt I used to wear all the time. And that shirt, and I have history. I still have it. I still have it. I got it sometime after high school. So it's a very old shirt. It's got holes, it's got stains and stuff on it. It's
Collector's
one of
item though,
those,
man.
yeah, yeah, exactly. It's one of those that your loved ones, they ask you like, why you still have that? And you've had it for so long, you're just like, I don't know. It's one of those items. You both probably have it, but I'm getting carried away. So it says on the shirt, dream, believe, achieve, and relax. I just looked at it one day and I had an epiphany. I was like, man, those are actually good words to live by. And the words actually just grew on me. And I looked at the shirt and I looked at my name and I didn't know what to call myself back then. Because I think I just went by another name or just Brock. And so it just made sense to shorten it. I went, well, how do I get them two together? And so I just put the abbreviated letters in front of my name, and that's how I got D-Bar Brock. And that's my main philosophy. I try to live those words every day.
Facts, man. You got me. Listen, ever since you said that shit in the Discord the one day, I was like, damn, man. Like I'm about to start living by them words, and that's real shit. Those are very good words to live by. Dream, uh, believe, achieve, and relax, man. Like real shit. Real
Yeah.
shit, man.
Like I said, I've had that shirt forever, so that shirt has seen dark times. Like we all human. We all have our struggles. We all have breakups. We all lose jobs, life stuff. So that's the main reason why that shirt had an impact on me. Was those words. that I know they resonate anyway, because that's the whole reason I bought the shirt. But as time goes on, it's little stuff that grows on people like me, and I'm pretty sure it does with everyone else. But yeah, that's probably the reason I still have it. Even if I don't wear it, I just like looking at it and reminding myself because it's words that I need to hear sometimes.
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely. So moving forward, right? We got the name down. We got the story of DBAR Brock, basically. What made you start doing YouTube videos, man? Let's get into the real question, man. What made you start doing what you do? You know what I mean?
Oh man, I didn't even want to. I didn't even want to make videos at first. I just was like a lot of other people back in the day. YouTube was just a place to come and laugh. Y'all know the legend. Y'all been around long enough. It was just a place where you looked at cat videos and you looked at silly stuff and laughed. It wasn't about who got exposed back then. It wasn't about celebrity gossip, YouTube gossip. It wasn't about commentary, even though commentary has its good. Not trying to trash any of that. Um, what got me into making videos, making content was a content creator by the name of Urban Boy 732. He's been the most influential, even though there's others. Uh, Hilarious videos. You guys need to check him out. You think my stuff is funny? I draw inspiration from the guy. His videos blow minds out of the water. It speaks for itself. A lot more views, a lot more quality in the content, uh, the memes, everything. Like shout out Urban Boy if you guys haven't heard of him.
Boy, I'm
No,
gonna
I'll
definitely check him
check
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's it took me a while when I first started actually editing and adding funny noises and memes and clips from streamers. It was basically because that's what he did. So over time, I just tried to hone my craft. I tried to uh just add my personality because Blaze, I'm pretty sure E-Night, I'm pretty sure you guys know too. Like you don't just start doing something and you don't start being great. You have to build yourself up to be great because you do this
Yeah.
stuff when you first start, like the people who inspire you.
Yep.
And it's the same thing with me, basically. All my uploads, if you watch my uploads and you know his channel, you're like, oh, this is a Urban Boy video. But now I think I've been doing it for so long. Now I have an identity, is what I'm trying to say.
Hell
Like
yeah,
you
you
go, man,
definitely
that's a
do.
D-Bar video.
Yup.
That's
I
a
was just about
Brock
to say
video.
that. Yup. When I hear the
Like I
book,
see,
when I hear
right.
that, I'm like, yo, I know I'm watching a Brock video. You know what I mean? Book.
I just remember that one John you did and had like a 10-minute monologue about that dude. He's getting roasted.
Oh,
That
I
shit
know
was
what he's
funny.
talking about. Yeah, that was a 400 video. Right. I added a clip of a guy roasting a guy's forehead. That's what it was.
Yeah, that shit was hilarious.
That was
Yeah, man.
actually, yeah, that was actually a no-brainer for me. I was like, yeah, I gotta add this in the video. I found it one day. I was like, no, this is going in the video.
Okay. I mean, that's a very good answer, man. Because I think a lot of people don't understand how important. Um, and I tell people this all the time with streaming, how important it is to kind of have your own identity when you do make content. Because and you really just brought up a point that honestly, I say it all the time, but I don't know how to put it into less words. And you just summed it up perfectly. Like, you gotta, it's with streaming at least, you gotta be able to be like, That's a Blaze Inferno stream. That's a E-Night stream. I mean, when you come to these two different people, what kind of content you're getting. I mean, E-Night being a YouTube content creator as well. You know what I mean? It's the same thing with him. He's got to differentiate himself from the rest of the Halo, YouTube community. I think he does that very well. And I think you do too, Brock.
Yeah, love your stuff,
I think you
E-Night.
do.
Love your stuff, man. This stuff is hilarious. I love your stuff. You too, Blaze.
I gotta start working on stuff again. I kind of took a break.
My YouTube shit is trash, man. I mean, the day we record this podcast, Blaze Talk 3 gonna come out. Hopefully. If it ain't out by the time this podcast is out. Because I've been pushing this shit off. But it's recorded.
You mainly stream, so it's not really like.
Yeah, but I gotta get this joint out.
You do on a regular basis.
I gotta get this joint out because it's kind of the whole point of Blaze Talk is kind of it's kind of like a add-on to the podcast. So it's supposed to kind of talk about things outside of the podcast, so we don't have to bring them on the podcast. By the time this episode comes out, I mean, it should be out. It's an Apex video talking about season 12. I mean, comparing it to season 13. E-Night doesn't really play a lot of Apex, so it's like kind of. He does, but he doesn't. But it's gonna be kind of like
keep up with the metas.
Exactly.
Go up.
So it's best that I kind of just talk about it on my own time. I mean, on my own little thing, and people kind of gravitate towards that. You know what I mean? Same thing with the last two Blaze Talks. I mean, 2 and 2.5. That was kind of because people were begging for music content. Like, when's the music podcast come out? I was like, all right, let me give people something. So, it just can be a nice little placeholder, to get them ready for when that episode drops. I mean? But, Brock definitely hit it on the fucking nose with that, man. Like, I'm about to start saying that. Like, you have to, as a content creator, you have to be able to create your own identity. Like, I think, like, with me, my identity, people come to me, like last night, party vibes. Like, just... party vibes. Let's turn up. Let's talk some shit. Let's have fun. Let's be wild, man. Let's not be wild like the bull Hyrie you talking about. I suck toes and shit like that. Freak ass bull. I gotta get it. I gotta get at him about that, man.
Yeah.
I gotta get on that man about that shit, man. You out of pocket. If you listen to this episode, Hyrie, man, you out of fucking pocket, dog.
You know what it is, Blaze? I know he moves the way a certain number of content creators do. And I don't know if you two know who Long Beach Griffey is.
Oh,
yeah.
I know him.
He is unapologetic. He's unapologetic online, in person. And it comes out online mainly. He be posting stuff like that nonstop sometimes. It depends on his mood. But he's fearless. He'll post the weirdest stuff, even if he just thought of it. He won't hide it. He'll post weird stuff. So Hyrie must have been inspired by him.
I think so, because
speaking of inspiration.
Yeah, it's an out of pocket dude, but this episode's about you, bro. Let's talk about Hyrie real quick. I feel like he to a lot of people, because a lot of people tell me all the time that Hyrie's style of streaming is very weird. I mean, he just kind of does him, and I think going back to what you just said, Brock, like like, literally like finding your identity. I think that's him. Like that's literally him. I remember one day he literally streamed all the PlayStation free games that came out that month, like in one day, and it was just like the games were shit that month, but he still like played them. Let people know, did a little review, and I was like, yo, this is like mad interesting. Like, this is like different. I mean, this is very different. Like, even the other day, he's playing the Nickelodeon All-Star fucking game that just came out for free on PlayStation. And, he was kind of like talking about how it's kind of like Smash and stuff like that. Like, he has a very unique style, man. Like, he be, I'm not trying to
Yeah,
put out too much information on this man, but those
it's him.
24-hour streams be kind of sus, man. Like I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, man, whole motion pictures in the middle of the fucking, yo, that was the wildest shit of all time, man. I'm like, let me go check on my boy how he doing on this 24-hour stream. No lie, dog. Whole movie on that joint. I was like, yo, no lie. I called all my friends up like, yo, if you ain't seen it, I gonna tell you what movie it is on this joint. Cause I don't want nobody to go tell on my guy, but
Yeah.
I was like, yo, if you ain't seen this motherfucking movie, go right to my man's stream and watch that shit. Cause I was
Yeah,
watching this shit out that joint.
I'm telling y'all, man. He is unapologetic. Look at Long Beach Griffey.
Yeah,
It's the similarities are there.
yeah,
Of course,
hell
he's
yeah.
his own person, but he takes notes. He still gets inspired by other people. Just to
Big
keep the
facts.
subject relative.
Yeah, no, man. Um, just real shit. So moving forward, right? I want to ask you about your fighting games. What is your favorite fighting game, man? Of all
Oh
time.
man.
All time. I know that's a hard question. Gotta be for somebody like you that's really into fighting games. I know that's a hard question.
Mortal Kombat.
It's up
Tekken
there,
2.
but it's up there, but no.
Street Fighter Super.
That's a fucking
What was
classic,
that,
though.
E-Night? What was it called?
What? Mortal Kombat?
No, the second one. What did you say?
Tekken 2?
No, no, he just messing with me now.
Street
You said
Fighter
Street
Super.
Fighter. What's it called?
The John on the arcade, John.
Super
With
Street
with the
Fighter 2,
Nazis.
man. That was the shit. That
Yeah,
was the
but
shit,
he
man.
called it Street Fighter Super. The way he would
Yeah, I
say
know.
Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah.
That was
Tenkaichi
funny to me.
Street Fighter 5.
Yeah, but I'm gonna stop. Let me stop because be laughing all day. This is what I do. This is what Blaze remembers me as well. So
Big facts, man. All we did in that class was fucking laugh, man.
yeah. Hey yo, listen, I ain't changed as you can see. So,
Yeah,
but to
man.
answer your
Nah.
question, I said it before. It's gotta be Marvel versus Capcom 2.
Classic.
Yeah,
Classic.
it's gotta be Marvel
Classic.
versus Capcom 2. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
man.
It's just there's so much.
Don't
It's so
apologize, man.
loaded with content.
That is the GOAT. I'm gonna take you
Yeah.
for a ride. This shit lives rent free in my mind all the time, man. Oh my God.
Yeah, not taking nothing from any other video game, of course, and any other fight game, but Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is just so loaded with content. It's such a layered game that guys are growing up. I still watch YouTube videos of creators that cover it. They're still discovering stuff that uh FGC fighters and competitors they didn't even discover it. It's such a loaded game. There's
Yeah.
there's a new mechanic or a combo that people are discovering that they didn't know that they can do. Now they do.
Yeah, that
It's
roster was big as shit too.
yeah, and that's another thing. You got every big name in Marvel that you could think of. Like you're not missing out. There's somebody in Marvel
Yeah,
even
like
if you never
Batman.
heard of Marvel. What's that?
Batman.
What else? Yeah, just the roster. Like I said, the mechanics. The mechanics you can spend all day just on the mechanics because they're like I said, there are little kids I watched because I owned this game on console before. Uh, there were kids that I used to have friends that would come over every now and then, and they would just spam a move just because of how cool it was. They spam a super, So, damn the rest of the game. Like, I just want to do this over and over again. That's how cool the game is. That's how much passion a person can really dump into that game. It's like you can
Yeah.
get lost on just one thing. You can I could talk about this game forever. The game was dead for a while, then it came back because like I said, there's so much in that game. It's over, I don't know how old it is, but it's such an old game that you can have a game go dead and then get resurrected many times. It's the weirdest thing.
It's
Yeah,
not. I mean, a lot of it's just like nostalgia of like going back to stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, you're
And
right.
then
that is
a lot of
a
games back then were designed better, so
This
Yeah,
is true.
and for actually being played for fun.
yeah. That was the key element. That and robbing you of your quarters in arcades.
I mean, yeah, but like the games were still fun as shit, so
Yeah.
it evened out.
Yeah, man. I'm I'm glad Brock is on here because we don't really talk about fighting games too much, and I don't think I've ever said this before, but before I really got into like first person shooters, like I was all about fighting games, like Soul Calibur 2, classic, like you said,
Totally.
Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Let's bring up a
Mhm.
game nobody knows about, fucking Capcom versus SNK 2. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
2000, you know what I mean? A fucking classic. You know what I mean? As a fucking
Yeah.
that is probably my favorite fighting game only because of nostalgia. Cause like when I bring that game up, people are like, Capcom versus what? And I was like, yeah, like Neo Geo and Capcom actually did a fucking
Oh
game at
man, he
one
said
point.
Neo Geo too.
Yeah, man. That
Yeah,
shit. Man, people
you're
don't know
right.
about this shit, man. People do not know about this shit. It's like the fighting game community has changed so much. Like we'll talk about this a little later in the podcast. I mean, we get to the news articles because you already know where we're gonna be going with that, man. But uh, yeah, man, fighting games, man, they aren't the same as they used to be, man. I think the last fighting game like I truly enjoyed was Dragon Ball Fighters. I mean, and that game was just because mechanically that game was just beautiful, dog. Played like Guilty Gear, which I never played, so it was just that game was just different, man. And it had Marvel vs. Capcom vibes because Marvel vs. Capcom Ultimate or
Absolutely.
Infinite, that game fucking sucks, man. That game fucking sucks, man. I mean, fighting games have changed so much now, man. Like Street Fighter
Yeah.
5 sucks so bad, man. It's like, um, I
Does
guess
it
I'm gonna ask the
suck or is
question
it just
now.
more of the same?
Well, I don't know, Brock. Maybe you got a better answer for me. Like, what's the? Because I know you as a fighting game player know like problems of these newer games. Like, I'm gonna just guesstimate and think like I think the problem with a lot of these fighting games nowadays is that there's already not a lot of content in fighting games. Like, let's be honest. For a casual, like somebody like who's just like, like I want to play with my friends or something like that.
Mhm.
A
Yeah.
lot of these fighting games nowadays don't have any content. Like going back to what he said with Marvel vs. Capcom 2, that game's roster is huge, bro.
Yeah.
Huge. The
Yeah.
combination of characters and everything, it's just you didn't have to pay for anything. Like, Street Fighter 5 was a game where it launched with 8 fucking people. Street Fighter 2, when it came out back in the day, had 8 fucking people. You know what I mean? 8 fucking people. I mean, that was fucking 1990, what, 3, 94? And this is a
Uh
game that came out in
yeah, I
2015. You know what I
think.
mean? Like, there should be a difference there because, you know, Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter 3, the roster was huge, man. So it's like, I think the problem with a lot of these fighting games nowadays is they just don't offer enough content for somebody who's just like, oh, I want to play some fighting games with my friends to pick up. Like, these fighting
Absolutely.
games nowadays are only for hardcore, fans of whatever franchise. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and I think that's what hurts these fighting games nowadays is that for somebody like me who just wants to literally buy a game just for, when friends come over or something, there's nothing that's making me say, oh, let me pay 60 fucking dollars for this game with 10 characters, and then in a year from now they're gonna drop a collector's edition, with all these fucking characters in it. I mean, and throughout that first year, they're gonna nickel and dime you out of characters. It's just too much with these fighting games nowadays, man.
Yeah. I think you nailed it, man. To be
Yeah.
honest, I can add a little bit more, but like you said, the gaming companies, they I don't blame them for adapting, but for the most part, yeah, they don't make fighting games for that kind of consumer. Because back then, you couldn't wait to get home from work to play this game with 8 characters, but there was so much content and so
Hell
much
yeah.
within those 8 characters. You were grateful for it.
Hmm.
And fighting games was it was still a growing thing back then too. So
Yeah.
you you were you were super grateful to get 8 characters,
Hell
and there
yeah.
was no such thing as a DLC. So they just Street Fighter is notorious for this, by the way. They just they cranked out more and more games. Yeah, Street Fighter, what is it? World Warrior. Then it went to
Yeah.
Edition, like you mentioned on
Yeah.
the
Super
past
and
podcast. Yeah, because
Turbo.
you went in on Street Fighter before about this. They were notorious for this. And
Yeah.
to keep this short, uh, Street Fighter 4 did it as well.
It
Street
did.
Fighter
And that
4,
shit was annoying.
yeah. So fans of the game and the franchise, they were like, "Oh, yeah, we know what this is. This happened before." So it
Yeah, I
wasn't
think the
as
only
big
one.
an impact, but yeah, fans recognized it. Longtime fans were like, "Yeah, I know what this is.
Yeah.
They're not gonna dupe us again." And then they went out and bought the newer version anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Like I say this all the time. Like if um in my top 10 favorite games of all time is Street Fighter 2, just because of how that game like literally revolutionized like fighting games, dog. Like you had, like I said, an 8-man roster. You had two characters that were literally the same but were different at the same time. Enough to
Yeah,
it was just that game just I was all in that game, man. I can remember back in the day, like going to my cousin's house and just playing the shit out of Street Fighter 2 like all day, man. Just all day playing that game and just trying to learn how to just throw the Shoryuken like perfectly. You know what I mean? Like perfectly. Um, it just revolutionized fighting games because, back then a lot of them, kind of stiff. And I think that was a game that kind of made it more fluid, with the
yeah.
movement and stuff like that. But yeah, man. I think next question I got for you, man. I got one more after this one. You ever think about streaming, man? You ever thought about that shit?
So I actually have streamed before. Funny thing. And
Yeah,
I didn't promote my Twitch, but I actually have one, of course, because I'm a mod for Blaze. Um, if you go on my page, I have there's still a video up of me streaming. I think I stream with some friends. I stream Apex because
okay.
I played Apex from season 0 to like season 9, and yeah, it Apex again, super fun game, really fun game. Played Apex. Bangalore is my first main, but to stay on topic, I do have some videos up. They're just really old.
Okay.
I don't want to get into streaming again per se, but it is something I would like to do in the future if
Okay.
the opportunity and things just align. Because I just don't feel like the opportunity really presents itself. I don't. I'm a busy guy. It takes me a while to crank out those videos, and yeah, also my personal life, work. Y'all understand. It's a lot.
Yeah, no, hell yeah, man. I think everybody who's a content creator understands, man. Like it's a lot, man. Especially streaming on top of it is. And I tell people at my job because everybody knows I stream and shit. I tell people like I'm doing what I love, but it is literally like a job sometimes. Like
Yeah,
staying on top of things, making sure you're giving the best level of quality content is difficult, man. Like this shit's difficult. Like you can't just hop on stream and just be, bland as hell. Like you don't want to be there and shit. I mean,
yeah,
you gotta bring that energy. You gotta bring that vibe that you always protrude. And that shit is definitely tough, dog. That shit, it's not as hard as making like a YouTube video, I don't think, but it's definitely difficult because again, like I said, like especially nowadays with me, um, with my camera on all the time, it's like, now I got to put into my image. I gotta unfortunately go get fucking haircuts, every month instead of every like 2 months that I'm used to, because I'll be wolfing and shit like that. You know what I mean? Now I gotta get haircuts and shit. I gotta be presentable. I gotta bring the energy. You know what I mean? I gotta bring a vibe. I mean, I gotta interact with people. I gotta make everybody. You know what I mean? Streaming is definitely difficult. So I appreciate that answer. I appreciate
yeah.
that answer because it's not easy. But one thing I'm gonna let you know is if you ever do decide to get into it, you already know you got a whole community behind you, dog. You already know.
Man,
If you start
I
streaming,
appreciate that.
everybody is gonna be, everybody. I'm gonna make sure everybody, remember when he used to shout out, y'all streams? Make sure y'all do the same thing, man. Make sure you do the
Just
same
guilt
thing,
trip
man.
everyone. Hey yo, you remember what
Yeah,
he was
man.
doing for you back then, right?
Nah, it's real shit though, man. It's real shit. It's like I said, man, you are one of the people you have, to a lot of people who have no face, you have no voice, but your kindness in the community speaks fucking volumes, man. Like I might just pop in somebody's stream just to like, lurk in it. And you're in there like communicating, talking to them, like, engaging in their stream. And it's like, damn, like on top of what you just said, like, editing these videos, making the
Yeah,
content for the videos, like like just when you do the For Honor videos, those are just things that like when that guy was cussing out his baby mom in the one video, it's like those are things that you kind of got to capture just from literally playing the game. So you have to put time into that.
yeah.
It's just so much that a lot of people don't understand as a content creator. So I really appreciate that answer. I really appreciate that answer, man, because a lot of people,
No
again,
problem,
like
man.
even people listening to this podcast probably don't even know, the ones that don't create content at least don't even know like how much it takes to even do something like this. You know what I mean? Making
Yeah,
sure all of our schedules link up to even do this shit that we're doing right now, man. It's like
yeah.
oh man, I gotta fit this in. I gotta do it's a lot, man. And a lot of people don't know that, man. A lot of people don't know that. So like I said, I really appreciate that answer, man. I really appreciate that. One more question from me. And I'm gonna pass the E Night, see if he got anything. Um For Honor, right, is a game. I've been meaning to ask you this for a long time. For Honor is a game, that I have on my motherfucking console. Just for you, my guy. Just for you. We ain't never played together. We ain't never played together. In due time. In due time we will. But what got you into For Honor, man? Because I feel like that is a game that's like just always been there. And like I appreciate Ubisoft for like still keeping the game alive somewhat, but like
Yeah.
what do you like about For Honor, man? Like what brings you to that game?
So, oh man. So I actually I kind of have to dive into dark times for this. Um, not towards me. Well, yeah, I'm involved. So, um, I played the game for the first time back in 2017, and I didn't really think much of it, to be honest. It didn't really set an impression with me. It was just one sit down over a friend's place. Um, yeah, my other friends they played it as well. Uh, they were more into it than I was, and that was back in 2017. 2018, um, I lost somebody that was like a mother figure to me. She was my closest friend's mother. I won't say his name for privacy reasons, of course, but it was a very impactful moment. And that game, I remember playing that game because that same friend that I was at his place, that same friend, we was hanging out with him again, and we also played that again. Uh, the day that that actually happened, in that tragic moment, it was kind of our way to cope and just not sit there and sulk. So years later, I still didn't get it. Years later, I think I got that game 2 years ago. Yeah, that's when I got that game, and that's when I figured out why don't I just make videos on it? I play it all the time. So that's literally how it happened.
Okay, okay, okay. What do you like about it? Is it because it's like a fighting? It's like a you're in a fighting game. So is that why you like? Because it's a
Oh,
very
right,
unique game. Like For Honor is a very
right.
unique game, and that learning curve is ridiculous, man. At
Yeah.
least for me,
So
man.
yeah, you nailed it. That's why I play it, and that's why a lot of people play it. Is because you're getting a For Honor experience. You It's not like other fighting games. It's actually 3D. You actually have to move the player, or not the player, the character's hands in the right spot to block. Your timing has to be sharp. Even though you're online and there's problems with that, because you can never. There are times where I'm playing and I'm never sure if I miss a light attack or a heavy attack trying to block. I'm never sure if it's me or online, but that's a different topic, different discussion. Um, you're getting, like I just said, you're getting a For Honor experience. It's unique. It's unlike any other game. And there's other games like it. Like I don't know if you heard, Blaze, of Chivalry.
Yeah, yeah. Me and Ian and I were actually talking about getting into that game.
Yeah. So there are similarities there. You can do executions and stuff just like For Honor, because I watched some content creators play it, but it's still, I think For Honor kind of set things in motion, even though it's not a perfect game and there's a lot to complain about.
Yeah,
It's the only game where you can play with a knight and fight Vikings. You can play with a Viking and fight samurais. You can shoot someone with a flaming arrow. Um, it's an experience. That's the best I could say. It's a experience that you won't get in any other game. The mechanics work well enough. The fighting is epic. It's a game
yes.
where because I have to add this in. You have fun teabagging, emotes. That's got to be the thing now. If you don't teabag or emote, then believe it or not, a lot of players like, I'll play this. Like I can't even celebrate after I kicked his ass. Why play this? That's a big thing now.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a
Wow.
main staple. I could be wrong, but I feel like that's a main staple. Companies
Definitely.
have picked up on that. They're like, yeah, we got to have things players can spam. They keep that in their notes at the round table.
It's facts. It's facts. Shit, I heard a specific fighting game is gonna be doing that. We'll talk about that a little later, but yeah. Yeah, I want to get into that game one day. You know what I mean, we gonna get into that one day, Brock. Like I said, we got a lot of games we gotta play together, man. We got a
Yeah.
lot of games we gotta play together one day.
Like you said earlier, man, schedules got to align. We got to make time for this stuff. We're not
Uh,
we're
we
not
definitely
10-year-olds, you
will.
know what I mean? With time
Yeah,
all day.
yeah, facts,
So I get it.
facts,
I'm never
facts.
mad when you can't make it or if you overslept. I'm not mad. Like I get it. I know.
Yeah, nah, we gonna make it happen though. We gonna make
Yeah.
it happen. But that's all I got. Question wise, E-Night, you got anything? You guys ready to do these news articles, man? Talk about some video games. I mean, because that's all I got from my man Brock, man. I think we learned a lot about you just from these questions. I think people, even in our community, our small community that may listen to this podcast, they learned a lot about you, man. And I know you personally, and I learned a lot about you just from this doing this with you. You know, your morals, your code of ethics, everything, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let me know
And
if
I
you have any
appreciate
more
you being a part
questions.
of this. Yeah,
No
nah.
problem, man.
Ena, you got anything? You ready to get into this?
Honestly, man, I think you asked all the questions I was gonna ask. I would think the only question you didn't ask would be, when's your next video coming out?
No, he's right. He's right. When you dropping that shit, man?
If things go as planned, as early as next week. That's the best
Okay.
answer I can give you. If things, big emphasis on if, because before this podcast, my laptop was giving me trouble, and it was annoying having to stare at a loading screen while I know I have to be on. So yeah, that's the best answer I can give y'all.
Okay. Well, there's no problem at all, man. We just chilling. Man. So,
Yeah.
but like I said, it was an honor doing this. You know, we're not done yet. You know what I mean? We got to take your time for a little bit more. We're gonna dive into these news articles, man. You're gonna be part of the show with us, man. We got a lot to talk about. Man. We got a lot to fucking talk about, man. Like I said, the Sony State of Play happened. Summer Games Fest happened. I didn't add a lot of those games to my show notes though. That's the wildest part.
Sony State of Salt.
Yeah, I mean, it was a bad. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't good, man. But we gonna dive into that. We're gonna dive into that, man. So get my show notes out, man. Let's. So much to talk about, man. I don't even know where to start. We're gonna start with Call of Duty, man, because I'm fucking hyped, bro. I ain't gonna lie to y'all motherfuckers, man. Call of Duty's back, baby. Call of Duty's back, baby.
And
Call of
never
Duty's
left.
back, baby.
It's been here for what do you mean?
I mean, it hasn't been good in like a year, because Vanguard is just not. It's not there, man. But this shit, man. I don't know if y'all saw the Modern Warfare 2 gameplay and the reveal and shit. That shit looks fucking fire, man. And,
I don't think I've actually watched it yet.
Yeah, we're not gonna spend a lot of time on it, like talking about it, because I feel like people kind of already know how I feel. It's day one. It's day one cop, dog. Day one cop. I think Call of Duty's going to come back because Infinity War never misses. They missed one time, 2 times, Ghost and Infinite Warfare. That's it. Like literally, they have a flawless record. I wouldn't say flawless, I mean, but those are the only 2 L's they took. I know somebody who's going to be listening to this podcast and be like, they're going to be mad when I said Ghost, but I think Ghost is fucking horrible, man. That was a horrible Call of Duty game.
You and half the Call of Duty community thought it was a horrible game.
No, there's a lot of people that actually really like Ghost, and I don't understand why. That game Like people always say, like, "Oh, you're a bad if you didn't like." Dog, Ghost had the worst maps. It had the most confusing fucking perk system. Like, dog, you could literally have like 10 perks, dog. It was like, this makes no sense, dog. This makes no fucking
I
sense.
didn't play Ghosts like that, so
You had a death streak. You had all types of shit. It was like, what the
I
fuck
remember
is this?
death streaks. I think I played enough to know about death streaks.
Yeah, man, they were like, at a certain point, Call of Duty was just wilding out,
That was
man.
for the people who like really, or like if you're bad at Call of Duty, that just means you're bad at shooters in general. It's like for those people.
They had the specialist John where it was like, you could like literally for every kill, you could just get another perk. It was like, what the fuck is going on here, man? Like, all the guns sucked. Like, I remember none of those guns were good, man. Everything hit like a fucking paintball. That game was just bad, man. Fuck that game. Fuck that game. But this game looks like it's going to be good. It's going to be promising. I'm definitely going to be streaming it a lot when it comes out, October 28th. And if you guys ain't checked that shit out, man, go make sure you check that out. Modern Warfare 2, man. That shit was looking good, man. That shit was looking good. You know what else was looking good though? You know, we're gonna be jumping all over the fucking show notes, just kind of how I feel we should just flow with this. I mean, The Last of Us Part 1 is getting remade for the PS5. It's getting remade again. They're remaking it again, y'all. They're remaking that game again. I don't know why. I don't know who the fuck.
Probably remaking it so that they can fit in everything that they missed in the second game. That's why it's called Part 1.
Listen, dog.
He might be on to something.
Nah, they don't need to do this, man.
Honestly, it's just like The Last of Us. The first one was perfect on its own, and then the second one, I didn't like care for the story, so it's just like.
Did you play the second game?
No, I know about the story.
Nah, listen, you ain't missing much, dog. I ragged on that game all last year.
Well, you don't even play as like Ellie that long. You play like the other chick, or
Abby,
or whatever. Yeah.
Listen, dog, that game, man. Like, you hit it right on the nose. Last of Us 1 is a easy 10 out of 10, man. Like, the feels of that game,
Yeah,
were fucking incredible, man. Like, that game's ending like was mad emotional, dog.
like I was upset at the ending because I was mad at Joel for being selfish, because at the same time, it's like, you understand why he did what he did. It's just like, you know what I mean?
About this before, I think, on a podcast, but yeah, I'm gonna say it again. My favorite thing about Joel is how human he was. Like, he was a human being, dog. He wasn't a superhero like most of these games. They take this guy who's a nobody, and like the Uncharted games, they take a fucking nobody and turn him into a badass that's fucking murdering 300,000 people. Just Joel's whole motive was survive. Very human, very human.
Survive and protect Ellie and all that shit.
Yeah. He had a job to do, I mean, and he fulfilled it out, and he kind of saw, a little bit of his daughter in Ellie towards the end of the game.
That's right. I forgot his daughter dies like in the very beginning.
Emotional.
That was fucking heart wrenching.
And the second game just didn't have that for me. Like I said, like, we already kind of spoiled the first game. I ain't gonna spoil the second one because I know a lot of people don't really play. A lot of people know, what happens to Joel in that game, but it was so unemotional, dog. It was just when I think I was more shocked of how he died and how fast he died, more than like, oh shit, Joel is dead. Like, it was just like,
like
this is how you took my man out. Like,
yeah, you kind of ultimately knew Joel was gonna die in the second game before the leaks and everything, based off all the trailers and shit.
Hell yeah.
So it was like we were ready to accept that, but it's like we can't accept how he died.
Exactly.
Like, he didn't go out like trying to save nobody. He was just like, "Oh, howdy there, neighbor," and then just took a golf club to the face. Like,
big facts.
It's fucking. That has got to be the dumbest way to kill off a beloved character.
Yeah, and they lose like For me, they lose like 4 fucking points off the score just for that game, honestly.
Well, it just kind of fucks the story. Like, if he were to die, like, if the whole thing was like Ellie's revenge for Joel, and they did everything the same, but he died more in a, like, kind of like Cat in Halo Reach style way, where he's out here, like, saving people and shit, and then just gets sniped by some asshole, you know?
Yeah.
I could accept that, but this was just like just brutal for
They
just
used him as
brutality's sake.
they used him as a plot device, and a
Yeah.
bad plot device at that.
Didn't really work.
I definitely got to make that a Blaze talk one time, because like I said, like the problems I have with that game is just the gameplay of Last of Us 2 is amazing, but it's just that story, bro. Like I think that game should have been done like in reverse. Like I think you should have played Abby the entire game, and it should have literally been you trying to find Joel to do what, she did to Joel in the game, and that was the
That does
ending
sound
of the
nice.
game. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that's exactly how that shit should have played out. Like the whole game, you were going to look for Joel, do what you do, and it makes you resonate with Abby. Because I feel like this game did this weird, like, not to get too deep into it, because this was about Last of Us 1 and we just went off on Last of Us 2, but fuck it, we here. You know what I mean? It's just it makes you, this is what Last of Us 2 does wrong and why I hate it so much. It kills a character. It makes you hate the character that killed that character. It makes you literally seek revenge on this person, and it's like, now feel bad for that person. It's like, what? It's like, no. It's like, no. And then when you play as Abby and you see why she did what she did, it's so fucking, the shock is there. It's like, oh shit, like Joel did that. Like, damn, like that was just somebody you paid no attention to that character when you did it. But when you see it play out in Abby's eyes, it's like, oh shit, like that's crazy. But again, I did not feel bad. And before somebody asked me this, I didn't feel bad because I like Joel as a character. I didn't feel bad because it felt so fucking random, dog. Like it's like, I get it, but at the same time, it's like there was no emotion felt behind that shit. Even when
But
you do
Blaze,
it in the first game. Go
you
ahead,
hate
bro.
the execution. You hate the execution of how it went down. More.
Yeah. Exactly. I just think like The Last of Us 1 played on your heartstrings the right way. Like it was like, it just, everything that it did made you feel bad. Like when that little black kid fucking died in the first game, it was like, damn, dog. Like you kind of knew it, but at the same time, it was like, dog, like this is mad emotional. Like there's feelings, there's motive, there's, like you said, it lacked motive. Like that whole game just lacked motive.
The whole story was built off the end part of Last of Us 1, where he kills a doctor randomly because he's trying to get to Ellie. By the way, there's no way to not kill the doctor.
Yeah.
So like,
Oh wow.
it's just, even if you just use melee, which I think is dumb, because
Yeah,
the
we out here
game was
spoiling
like,
shit like crazy. But I mean, the
it's-
game's been out
it's
for like a
10-year-old game.
No,
Like,
we talking
yeah.
about the second game too now. But I mean, like,
Oh yeah, well, I don't care, honestly. If they haven't played it by now or heard about it, like,
real shit.
sorry,
Real shit.
spoiler alert.
Have you ever played The Last of Us, Brock?
Yeah, I got to try it. I didn't play it on my own console. I had to go over and hang out with someone else. But yeah, I mainly watched. So I was
It is
like,
like,
oh shit, as people were dying.
Yeah.
It did have better setups when people died. Because me, I didn't even know the characters' names, but I was invested. I was like, damn, that's what happened. That's really how it's gonna go down.
Yeah, man. And that's what the first game does so good. Like, I get them remaking
Yeah.
it for the next generation and shit like that, but like, I just don't think it's necessary, man. I
no,
think
can we just stop remaking dumb games?
can we stop remaking remakes? Like, Is this gonna be
this
like a
one's
new
already
thing?
been remastered. Like we're
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Can we just
We're
stop
good.
doing easy cash grabs?
Can we get new games, new stories?
Talk to him, Brock. Talk to him, Brock. Like real shit. Like
I wanted to say this while we was talking about fighting games, not to backtrack. Can we make fighting games that make friends want to go over a friend's house again? And that's all I want.
No,
make
because that costs. That means less money.
Get the bread. I'm tired of the excuses.
you're
Get the
right.
bread. They make too much
But
money. Get the bread.
no, because everyone has to buy their own copy, or subscribe to the service.
Yeah.
We in the time and era where an OnlyFans person can make 5 mil. These gaming companies are making so much more. Where's that money going? There's got to be a way.
Yeah,
There's
you're
got
right.
to be a way they can get it done.
Right. Well, it's good you talked about fighting games. That's a nice little segue into a game that was in the state of play as well, you know what I mean, which was Street Fighter fucking 6, man. I'm gonna let you take the floor on this, Brock. I don't know if I know you probably saw the gameplay, the trailer. How
I have.
how did you feel? How'd you feel about it, man?
So for the most part, I like what I see. Not too much bad. I'm a mechanics guy, by the way. I don't care for the colors. I'm a lot like E Knight in that regard. E Knight, you're a mechanics guy. If the game,
Mostly,
yeah. So if the game looks like shit, I'm not gonna really mind all too much. It'll bother me. But if the game is just fun as hell, and I feel great doing the things that I'm doing, I, I'm a keeper. I'm a loyalist. Like I'm playing that game. So that's the vibes that I get from Street Fighter 6. It looks like uh they put a really big focus on mechanics because like Blaze said earlier, Street Fighter 5 got a ton of shit from everyone from FGC competitors to casual players. And that's normal for a game nowadays anyway, but Street Fighter 5, it was on everybody's shit list, and it was pretty
Yeah,
high on everybody's shit
yeah.
list.
Yeah, that
That's
game was
not
just
good.
bad. Yeah, that
Yeah.
game was bad.
People will still play it, but it's a bittersweet kind of I'll play it. Like rather than playing it because it's fun, you'll play it because it's the game that you got. It's the latest
Yeah,
Street
it's the
Fighter
newest
game that
Street.
you
Yeah,
got.
it's the exactly. Yeah,
Rather than, oh, this is Street Fighter and I want to play Street Fighter. But
yeah, man.
to answer your question, I like what I see. I don't like the similarities because it also seems like they're putting a lot of effort into the party system. Because I'm pretty sure you guys saw it if you checked it out too. How Ryu paried and Chun Li paried. It seems like they put a lot of effort into it, and I like that. But it also gives me the impression that they put too much energy into it, and we're gonna have uh what is it called, a V reversal situation again
Yeah, yeah. I was about to
very
say that.
early on.
Yes,
So I
four was bad for that shit, man. No,
yeah,
that was
that
five.
that
That
was
was
called
five with the V
focus.
triggers. Yeah,
Yeah, 4 was focus attacks, and that players didn't like that. 5 was V reversal,
yeah.
which was
V
worse if
trigger.
you ask me.
Yeah,
It
hell
was
yeah. That
worse
shit was terrible.
because focus, you just all right, you absorb an attack, and it is what it is. They take damage. They still have risk. V reversal was like, "Up, I'm in trouble. Just mash it out,
Yeah.
and I'm out of trouble. Getaway
Yup.
card."
Yeah, V dog, that shit was so bad, man. That shit was so bad.
Yeah,
And then the parry system in 5 is just fucking shit too. You kind of hit it on the nail, Brock. Like same thing with Call of Duty. Like people play Vanguard just because it's the newest Call of Duty. I don't think anybody likes Vanguard, but they play it because it's the newest Call of Duty.
yeah,
I think the same thing. Like, cause I know Evo, they don't even acknowledge Street Fighter 5. Like they play Street Fighter 4 still. Like that's insane to me. That it was just like the newest game came out, but y'all still playing 4. Before it had
Yeah.
such a big impact on the fighting game community. So I understand.
Yeah.
Um,
Street Fighter 3 as well. That's a heavy staple.
yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. So Street Fighter 6, I liked what I saw too, man. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a long time since I played a fighting game, even bought one. Uh, been a long time, and I think I was talking to Gundar about this. I think I'm very excited for this next Street Fighter game. It might be like a day one cop for me. I don't know how I feel about like the hub world shit. I don't think like that's necessary in a fucking fighting game. I think they seen like Dragon Ball Fighters do it, and they were like, "Oh, we're gonna do the same thing." Uh, but I mean, hey, whatever makes the money. I mean, they got emotes on the character select screen now. You know what I mean? Or the when you kind of face off, like when you both select your character and y'all do the little face off thing. They have emotes now for Street Fighter
Yeah.
6. So it's like, what
Yeah.
the fuck? It's like, but I hope, it goes into another question I wanted to ask you at the specific point in the podcast, Brock. I don't know who it was who brought up the question. I know I put it in the show notes. Did I put it in the show notes? Did I put it in the show notes? I did. It was Game Informer shit. They asked, should Capcom make Street Fighter 6 free to play? And I
Oh, right.
said no, because from my experience playing free to play fighting games like Dead or Alive 5, I did play Final Fantasy Dissidia NT. I did play that. Free to play fighting games just never work out, man, because it's like they do this weird thing where they're like, all right, this character's free this week or this month, but next month he's not. So you have to either buy him
Yeah.
or, I just don't like that. I'd rather just give me my roster. And then if you want to add DLC characters, later on, just do it. Just give me a good roster.
They give you a free character, like off the rip, for making an account?
Well, for the fighting games, mostly for the fighting games, what they do is they have like 6 or 7 people unlocked, and they always stay unlocked.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they have like maybe 5 other characters that they rotate like every week that you get to play for free. You know what I mean?
They should do like a thing where if you like win like 5 matches, like just once, where you can unlock a character that you enjoy playing.
Or maybe do like an Apex
'Cause
type
that's
thing
what
where
League does, and they have like thousands of characters.
yeah,
And they rotate them out all the time.
Yeah.
I
I don't disagree with that.
I just don't think that's the way to go for fighting games.
I think it's
man.
just because like you have fighting game versus like a MOBA.
A very
So,
popular one at that. Very popular
Yeah.
one at that.
Well, you
There's
take the most popular fighter.
it just to me it doesn't translate well, man. Because the thing about these fighting games already is they like Brock said earlier, they're already a huge cash grab, dog. They're already like before the game comes out, they know like let's pull like 6 niggas off the roster and
Yeah.
sell them back to them. Like it's already a cash grab from the get go. So it's like I think my problem with Street Fighter V was just the roster. Like $60 gave us again 8 people, and that's unacceptable for 2015, 2016. It's unacceptable, dog. Unfucking acceptable, man. Like I said, Street Fighter 3 had fucking like 20 niggas on it. You know what I mean? Like, is it that hard? Is it that hard? But it's just, I don't think they should make this game free to play, man. How about you, Brock?
Yeah. I 100% agree. I don't think any I get scared when any fighting game is free to play. Because we know the gaming companies, the entities that fund the companies that make them, we know they're so tempted to exploit the market and exploit gamers.
Yep.
So
I mean, look at Diablo.
yeah.
That shit is super like microtransaction central. It's like the worst I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I see a game that's free to play, I just think, man, they bitten to the apple. They're so tempted right now. They're so tempted to give us, like Eni just said, the microtransactions. They're setting themselves up to basically just funnel in uh the casual gamer base's money
Yeah.
for as little content as possible. That's what I see. And that's what I think of
Big
when a
facts.
game announces that it's free to play. We're basically, like you guys have mentioned in plenty other episodes, we're gonna get an incomplete game and we're gonna overpay for
Halo Infinite.
it. Oh shit.
Oh shit. Damn. Carry on, Brock. I mean, looking at you, Ignite. Fucking
Yeah,
Halo Infinite,
that's
man. Like,
basically yeah.
I don't want another. Nah, I'm cool. I'll pay for my fighting game, man. Just give me some content, and then you can sell me some DLC or whatever, because you're gonna do it anyway. Just give me a good
Yeah.
roster, man. That's all I care about.
Yeah. Give us content, man. Because Tekken 7 was a hit. 7 Second was a hit, but there
What do
was
you?
just no content.
Yeah. Well, I mean to ask because I don't play a lot of fighting games. What do you consider content? Like new characters, maps?
All the above,
Characters,
pretty much.
yeah.
All the
Just about
above.
that. Like, so it seems like it's kind of restricted in terms
Yeah.
of content because, like, unless it's like an interactive map, maps don't really matter. So or stages.
I mean, it's nice. It's nice to look at and shit like that. But yeah, you're right. It doesn't really matter. I mean, I've heard rumors that Street Fighter 6 is gonna have like a battle pass type thing.
Bruh.
Yeah, and it could work.
I mean,
It could work.
fucking Diablo has a battle pass. It has 2 battle passes.
Yeah, it's 2 battle passes, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
The
That's
fuck?
a no-brainer for me. I think it will work.
Yeah.
It's like every game's gonna have a battle pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about Diablo Immortal on probably the next podcast, because I have it downloaded. I didn't play it, but I
played
know
like
the
30 minutes of
controversy.
it, and I was like, it's decent, but I don't want to play.
Listen, we talk about it on the next podcast, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot to dive into.
It's a lot. That's why I'm saying I don't want to
Yeah.
talk about the Diablo situation, because it's just.
Speaking of battle passes, what about Apex
know.
Mobile's
Uh-oh.
battle pass?
Oh, yeah, we can glide through this real fast. This is a good one. So, if you didn't know, I mean, Apex did go mobile. It has a mobile port that is very fucking good. Very fucking good. A very good mobile port. I see why it took them forever to do it, because it's gonna kill Call of Duty Mobile. It probably already did, because I uninstalled Call of Duty Mobile a long time ago.
That's crazy.
This game is fucking awesome. Apex Mobile is lit. If you just want to lay in bed and play Apex, it is the vibe, dog. It's the vibe. But I'm not gonna lie, man. Like it is like you said, like Battle Pass. A lot of people complain. I didn't buy the Battle Pass for Apex Mobile. I didn't. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't buy it.
Is it just the same as the regular one?
Yeah, it's just as bad as the regular Battle Pass and regular Apex.
No, like is it the same exact battle pass? Is what I'm asking.
What do you mean?
Like the items that you get in this battle
Oh
pass?
yeah, hell yeah. But
Okay. I wasn't sure if there was like mobile rewards that are unique.
There is. So, like the new character they have in this in mobile, which I think is
Wait,
just
what?
they have a mobile only legend. His name is Fade. He's basically Tracer and Wraith put together. I'm not gonna get into it too much because I didn't even unlock him to try him out myself.
Oh, what's he do? Like just beat the game if you swipe your credit card?
Nah, he can basically set a position, and if you like get into like too intense of a gunfight to where it's like you're fucked, you can literally go back to that location. Like you'll time warp back to that.
Your health recharges and everything.
No.
Okay.
And then his ultimate is basically like, from what I understand, he throws a void bomb
That's Tracer.
that can basically protect teammates or take block an enemy from doing anything for like, I think it's like 8 seconds or something like that. They can't shoot while they're hit with the void, and they can't be shot at while they're in the void.
Oh, it's like
So-
a stasis bomb.
Yeah, it kind of just takes somebody out for a second, and you can use it's very tactical. I like it, but I didn't unlock them because I don't know where I stand with mobile yet. Because I don't have a lot of time to play mobile games. Like I kind of play mobile games
That's
like
kind of the point of mobile games is that you have a little extra free time while you're waiting at like.
this ain't
Yeah.
it. This ain't it. This ain't it.
Oh,
Trust me.
you gotta be focused with this. one?
No, it's like you're playing like a full blown like Apex match. Like it's like 20 minutes long.
Blaze, not even while you're taking a dump.
Nah, your legs gonna fall asleep. You sitting there so goddamn long. Like the matches are long, man, but it's good. It's like I said, it's a very good port. Like if you just want to lay in bed, play some Apex, let's say it like this. If you play Apex on Switch, which I don't know why you are, delete that shit. You know what I mean? You already should have deleted that shit, but because this is way better than Apex on Switch, and that's saying a fucking lot, man. Saying a lot. Because this game, it plays just like normal Apex, man. Like normal
I
Apex.
don't think it would play any different. It's supposed to be just the mobile version.
Yeah, it's fucking dope. I like it. But it's pretty bare bones now. A lot of people in the community, because I'm in a lot of communities for Apex. A lot of people in the community are scared that it's just gonna die off really fast because it's only one map, World's Edge. A lot of the guns that we have now in current Apex on console and PC aren't in there. Like we don't have the car, we don't have it's just very bare bones right now. Legend wise, there's no Loba, no Fuse,
Wow.
Horizon. A lot of people are just not on the roster. Like the roster is literally off the top of my dome, Bangalore. Your regular starting, season zero
Season
legends.
zero roster. Yeah.
Caustic, Octane, the new guy Fade, and I believe that's it. Oh, and Mirage, that's it.
Okay, so it's just like not the same exact shit. Just
Yeah.
yeah.
And I think they're testing Fade out in the mobile version. To bring him to, because they say he's a mobile exclusive legend. I don't believe that. A lot of people in the community think that they're kind of beta testing him in mobile, for the sole fact that they know, like with the mobile port, it's a very niche amount of people that are playing it, so they can kind of like beta test it out and then bring him season 13 or 14 or whatever. I might just buy him just to see how he plays. Just to let you know.
Do you have to buy them, or can you unlock them like in the regular?
This is how you unlock them, right? You get these instead of like the legend shards you get, like the red shards you get, in Apex console and PC. You get these things called pieces, and you have to get specific pieces of that character. You have to get 10 pieces to make the entire character.
Okay, and how do you get the pieces?
Oh, through the battle pass, or you buy them, or yeah, man. And the microtransactions are heavy in this game, dog. Like we could talk about mobile all day. I said I was going to talk about it on Blaze Talk 3. I did say I was going to talk about it, so I'm gonna just say like the microtransactions are just fucking wild, bro. Like again, like they literally just took the console PC version, made it smaller, and it still has the same outrageous fucking. The battle pass is a lot slower. A lot of people complain
Really?
about that. It's a lot slower. People have been complaining about that. The microtransactions are fucking like predatory as fuck. Like there's like instead of like like your average like $20 skin that we're used to, there's
It's like 30.
yes, for a mobile game, dog.
That's
It's
fucking stupid. I'm
it's
sorry.
crazy, man. It's they're catching a lot of flack from the community with that shit. You know what I mean?
Good.
Like,
I think they were thinking that nobody who plays regular Apex is gonna check it out like that. I play it for 2 seconds. I'm
And put
trying to
it down.
capture the regular mobile casual gamer.
Yeah. Nah. This ain't it. This ain't it. Trust me. I think Apex Mobile is fucking. I think it's good. It's a good little like I said. You lay in bed, you play. It's a nice little time waster. I like it. I do like it, but I don't see me spending any money in that joint.
That's fair.
I'm gonna spend money on Modern Warfare 2. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna play the shit out that game, man. We got 2 more things we're gonna talk about on this joint. Well, like maybe 3, and then we're gonna wrap this shit up because we're getting pretty close to the 2-hour mark. And I don't want to take too much of Brock's time, man. I know it's your day off. I don't want to take too much time from you, but I want to announce on the podcast. I mean, all right, we got the title for Dragon Age, man. The new Dragon Age, man. Oh my fucking god, man. It's called Dragon Age Dreadwolf. The title and logo was officially revealed like a week or 2. I think it was like a week ago. I really like Dragon Age Inquisition. That game is fucking amazing. So
Yes.
I want more, and I've been wanting more since 2014. But BioWare has been doing everything but that, you know what I mean? But giving me another Dragon Age game. So I'm very excited for Dragon Age Dreadwolf, man. How about y'all?
Was it on mobile?
No, it's constantly.
Okay. Listen, I don't know.
Yeah, me neither. I have to check it out.
I'm waiting for Halo on mobile.
This is honestly my first time hearing it.
Man. You ever played Dragon Age before, Brock?
I've heard of it. Like most of the other games that I haven't played. Like Diablo, I've only ever heard of it. RuneScape, never got to play it, but heard of it. Only hear things.
I mean,
Yeah.
RuneScape nowadays is probably not your speed, but like back then it was a lot of fun. It's one of them true MMOs.
Yes, it's a good game, man. It's basically Mass Effect, but with swords and shit, and it's a little bit more tactical.
What,
That sounds
RuneScape?
cool.
No, I'm talking about Dragon Age.
I was about to say RuneScape ain't anywhere close to the Mass Effect. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Dragon Age, man. It's fucking dope, man. I can't wait for that game. I just wanted to kind of glide past that real fast. I mean, and show my anticipation, because that is a game I've been waiting for since like 2015 when they announced that BioWare was doing another Dragon Age game. So hurry up on that, man, because I need that.
Yeah, it's been in the works. Said 2015.
Yeah. All right, this whole section, man, we giving the E night, man. Me and Brock are gonna fall back on this one, man. All right, this is all
Which
you,
section?
E night. Come on, man.
Which section? Are you
dog.
talking about Jedi?
Well, we're gonna talk about that too. I mean, we could talk about that now. If you want? I was gonna talk about Pokemon. Let's talk about Pokemon, and then we'll glide past. I can glide past the new Star Wars game. I can summon up the Star Wars game like this real quick, just for me at least. I liked Fallen Order. I do want more of Fallen Order. That'd be dope.
That's what this looks like. I still got to beat Fallen Order.
Yeah, it just looks like more of what we already got, and I think I don't know if I talked about this on podcast, but I kind of wanted them to change the character up for the next game, dog. I don't like Cal. I don't like him, dog. I think he's like, not to get in that little debate that was going on like a couple weeks ago when Respawn basically said they were trying to do a female, black female Jedi for Fallen Order. They were gonna do a black female for Fallen Order, and then EA was basically like, no, we need star power for this game. So they went with the guy from fucking Shameless, which has no fucking identity at all in this fucking game. And I don't like him. I do not like Cal Kestis or whatever his fucking name is.
Yeah, he's really kind of generic.
Generic
far?
white male. This is what I say to everybody. Generic white male, dog. You can literally look out your window, look at a white guy, and be like, yeah, I mean, ain't trying to be racial on this shit, man. I mean, part white myself, man, but I'm gonna just say it. I got a cousin that looked just like this nigga, dog. Like, I got a cousin that looks just like the nigga, dog. So it's like generic white male, dog. Like, he has no personality. He has no fucking just. I'm not saying if he was black, he'd have personality. That's not what I'm saying. I just think they could have gave him.
I don't know.
Look, if he was black, he would have been a little. I mean, he would have a little
know.
bit more swag. I mean, he would have had a little bit more swag.
I don't know, man. He could be just as generic, my dude.
He could have some swag. I mean, some J's on. I mean,
Space Jays.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Smoking on that Jedi pack. You know what I mean?
Bro, he wears a poncho, so like he's definitely got personality. I don't know what you're talking about.
Bro, man, like
Face ponchos.
Nah, man. It's more of the same. Like I can't.
I don't
believe
even
I'm
think
saying
it's
this.
EA. I think this is more of a Disney move because like you got to remember this is a
Yeah, he's
Disney
spitting.
IP now, and they sell all
Yeah.
their shit to China. So black protagonists is a no go in China. They'd have
That's
to redo the whole game with a
Yeah.
Asian protagonist or a white protagonist. Like
It's true.
there's that factor I feel like we forgot about,
Yeah.
which
I
sucks because it's like the fuck.
I was gonna say, man, I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm actually looking more forward to the KOTOR remake.
Oh, dude,
Obviously.
I've been wanting to play that because I haven't played the originals, and I'm like, I kind of just want to dive into the remake.
I only played the first one and a very small portion of the first one because that game is massive. But and I'm also looking forward to, and that wasn't what I was ashamed to say. I'm ashamed to say that I'm looking forward to Ubisoft Star Wars game, man. I'm not gonna lie, like it's a full blown RPG. Like I'm looking forward to that.
I'm
I think
hoping it's not just a Far Cry or an Assassin's Creed style.
me too. But
because if it is, it's a wash off the rip. Don't matter if it's Star Wars or not. Like it needs.
no, I might enjoy it because
something
I liked
different.
Valhalla. I liked Valhalla, so I
Yeah,
don't know.
Valhalla is good, but that's Assassin's Creed though. Like that,
Yeah.
this Star Wars. I don't. If I'm wandering around Valhalla style on one planet as a Star Wars.
No,
dude,
you ain't lying. You ain't lying. Like I said, man, I'm looking forward to. I'm gonna play this game, but I'm not like looking forward to it. Like I was just like when they announced it, I was like, oh, this is cool. I mean, the trailer was dope as fuck. But again, I don't like the character, man. I'm not trying to get into that whole debacle where it was like, oh man, why does he gotta be black? He doesn't have to be black. Just give spice this white man up a little bit, dog. Like he's so salt and pepper, dog. Like throw some fucking like oregano, at least some oregano on this nigga real fast, man. Like fuck.
no, he's gotta be generic. Listen, all right, he survived Order 66. That's his personality.
That's literally
he can be
it. Like
regular.
that was just like he has no personality outside of that.
I think he can be regular as long as it doesn't ruin the overall experience. Because this is the problem. Identity politics. This is all they want. They want people having these
Talk to him.
conversations.
Talk to him, Brock.
They
Brock
want
talks
people
about a lot of this shit
going,
on his stories and shit. So he
Yeah.
don't be wrong. He don't be wrong. I mean,
yeah,
like
because they want. I mean, it's smart. I'm not gonna make this a rant. All I'm gonna say is, what's the old saying?
Words.
Oh, all publicity is good publicity, and
No, it's not.
this is just
Definitely not.
right. But the mentality is that as long as they're talking about our game, then
Yeah.
it's a
yeah,
good. That's kind of the mentality. Maybe not everyone will correspond the way that these developers and companies would like to wish, but they can still sit back comfortable going, well, they're talking about our game still, even if they hate it.
yeah. Big facts.
It's weird, E-Night, I know, but it
Well,
works.
I'm just saying, look at Morbius. They totally
Yeah.
misread that meme situation. They're like, oh, they're hyped. They want to see the movie. So they re-released it and made like $200 average
Yeah,
for
yeah,
box
I
office.
agree.
And then $5K, which is not a lot.
Yeah, that's the dark side of this tactic. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a
I
hit
mean,
or
like I
miss,
said,
but
I'm gonna play the game Jedi Survivor. I don't know when it's coming out. I don't think it has a release date, but
Plus, it's also
play it.
canon, so it's kind of curious of where they take it.
I'm actually gonna start the Obi-Wan show today, so can't wait.
oh, okay.
I'm gonna start that because big Star Wars boy over here. I mean, but I've seen too much on fucking Facebook and shit. I gotta watch the show now, dog, before it all gets spoiled for me. But let's talk about what we were gonna originally talk about, and then we got like one more topic, and then we're gonna wrap this joint up. So, like I said, me and Brock gonna take a kind of backseat on this. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet got its official second trailer. They showed off a lot. They showed off a lot, dog. They showed off like the battles, obviously. Showed off Lechonk, which is everybody's favorite Pokemon now. They knew they had to do that. They're like, let's make a meme out of this Pokemon and then show it to them. And everybody's going to be like, this game's amazing. And everybody did exactly that. You know what I mean? They showed off that it is going to be co-op from the rip, which was like, wow. It's going to be a fully co-op Pokemon game, 4-player co-op from literally when you leave your door, probably. Well, not when you leave your door, but get your first Pokemon and all that.
Mm-hmm.
They showed off a lot, man, and I'm like, all I'm gonna really say is, don't fuck this up, because I'm gonna just say it. Like, I've been burnt out of Pokemon for a long time. I don't think I've wanted to play a Pokemon game in a long time. I just kind of do it because
You played Arceus, right? You like that?
I love that game. That game is that was, again, because it switched up the style, man. Like,
Yeah, it switched everything out. Like,
Sword and Shield definitely left a sour taste in, I think, the entire Pokemon community's palate.
it wasn't. I don't think it was because of the gameplay itself. I think it was just because the roster.
I think it's a lot more than that, dog.
No, because the roster basically got only fed in through DLC, so you couldn't farm Pokemon unless you had the DLC.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So it was like the first time that's really happened, like in a Pokemon game, where they like basically you need a DLC to catch this. I mean, like you can have it, but someone's got to trade it to you, and a lot of people don't want to do that.
Yeah, and it was a $60 fucking game, man. Like, I'm gonna keep it real with you. A lot of these Nintendo games, Nintendo think they slick, man. But a lot of these games, we're gonna talk about this in the end too. But a lot of these Nintendo games, they could release them shits for fucking $49.99, man. Like, or like you just, a lot of these games are glorified fucking 3DS games.
Well, that's what I'm pretty sure a lot of the community suspected, that this was a 3DS port, and they just didn't launch it on 3DS because they wanted to like make it a little bit more expensive.
Yeah.
And it it's like Sword and Shield was, it was like, okay, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great. It was a step in the right direction in terms of like openness with like how the world is.
Yeah.
And then after that, we got Arceus, which was more of the open world, and definitely in a Monster Hunter style way.
Dope.
But now the thing is, Scarlet and Violet need to be more just Breath of the Wild. Just go, like, not like, here's your hub area. It's like town to town, go, like exploration, go. You know what I mean? Because they prove they can do it. They figured it out. So now it's just doing it. And everyone's hoping with 4-player co-op. Dude, I'm like, this is probably the first time we get like an actual co-op. Like a true co-op, not like a pseudo, oh, I'm in the phase world or whatever. Type John. Like
I said, man, I haven't been excited for a Pokemon game since probably like, I don't even want to say Black and White, because I wasn't even excited for that.
Black and White was never one I was actually excited for. A lot of people like its story, and it's like it's definitely a good story, but I never liked it mainly because a lot of the designs of the Pokemon were kind of weird. They were too
Crazy. That's crazy because X and Y is like not X and Y, but Black and White is a lot of people's favorite Pokemon gen just because of the story.
yeah, just the story, but design wise, like out of the starters, Snivy is like the best design because it's
Yeah.
simplistic all throughout its evolutionary line, and Oshawott like a second because it goes from being kind of like an otter standing, and then it goes on all fours to like some weird, like armored samurai thing, which is fine, but then you get fucking Infernape, or not Infernape,
Epic.
yeah, Tepig and his line, and it's just like, bro, it's kind of
Are
stupid.
fighting again?
Fire fighting for like the 30th time. You guys like Blaziken. You guys liked Infernape. How about Pig Wrestler?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I don't know.
X and Y had a good fire starter, and I think that was like the best fire starter,
Are
honestly.
you talking about the Darkfire? I
Yeah.
forget his name.
No, and he was fire psychic.
Oh, the
Delphox.
Delphox. Yeah,
Yeah.
Delphox was cool. I liked all
Fucking
the starters
fire.
in that one. I picked Chestnut, and he turned into like a grass knight. I was like, yo, this is dope.
Yo, X and Y has some dope ass. I think that was the last
That was the one with the
Pokemon game I
less
was.
though. Like they had like 70 mons that were new.
Yeah.
Like it was one of the ones with like not that much, but they
Yeah.
had the best ones like Hone Edge,
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
Greninja.
hmm
Their legendaries are dope as fuck. Uvoodle, and like yeah,
The
X
deer
Y was
thing.
solid, and you could sit down,
Yeah. Yep.
and it was 3D,
Yep.
and
Yep.
you had fucking roller skates.
I did not like Sun and Moon just because it changed up the formula a little too much for me.
I liked Sun and Moon, but it was when they re-released Sun and Moon for what it was, Ultra Sun and Moon. I was like, why are you doing this? For like
Yeah, man.
two extra mons.
Look, I'm gonna just say, like again, haven't been excited in a long time. I'm not excited for this, but I'm definitely gonna buy it just because I buy them. I
Well,
buy all
because
of
like
them joints.
Pokemon nowadays isn't made for the people who grew up with it. As
That's
much as they show
false.
the
That is
nostalgia,
false.
no, as much as they show the nostalgia baity shit, it's still made for kids.
It's made for us, dog. Like
No, it's not. It's
we're the
not.
only ones that play this shit. These new kids ain't playing. They
They
playing
are playing. They're
Fortnite.
playing it, bro. They're playing this and Fortnite. They
They're
have
playing
time to.
Fortnite, dog. They're playing fucking Fortnite.
They're not playing it for us.
Uh,
It's not
Yo,
for us no more.
Blaze, can I just
They release a Pikachu clone every year. Every year.
Blaze? There are
Go ahead,
kids on
Brock.
For Honor.
Kids are
Yeah.
everywhere,
So
dog.
kids are everywhere. Yeah, E-Knight's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Kids are on Halo yelling at me, calling me a stupid dinosaur. Like I'm playing MCC on the PC after that game's been like out for like a decade, for 2 decades almost.
Actually gonna get that on PC today. It's $15 now.
The whole thing?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab
Yeah,
it.
definitely cop that. But yeah, no, like there's a child on there. I'm like, why? It's like games like decades old. Kids will play anything, man. But Pokemon is definitely geared towards kids. Like they don't really change the mechanics up that much.
I think this geared towards kids, but I think we are still like the targeted audience. We're
Well,
still
they're gonna hit the nostalgic like category. Like, oh, remember Pikachu? They did that with they did that well with the Ruby and Sapphire remakes. That was like probably their best remake.
I agree.
So like when Diamond and Pearl came out, they're like, "Oh, remember when you were a Chibi clone?" And I was like, and people hated it because they're like, "Oh, the graphics." I'm like, the graphics aren't bad. It's just an art style change. They literally went to you're a Chibi. That's an art style change. But
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it like this. I think Scarlet and Violet, if it's not fucking fire, I think I'm just kind of gonna chalk it up with Pokemon. Like I'm gonna just chalk it up.
you say
I'm
that,
already
and then
too
the
old
next
for this shit.
Pokemon, next
I'm already
Pokemon
too
comes
old for
out,
this shit,
you're
man.
gonna be
'Cause
like,
it's like
"Oh, I'm gonna play it."
it's like Arceus was a step in the right direction. Go that direction. Like I can already see with the battles, They're sticking to the traditional shit where everything stops for the battle and you can't
Well,
move
everything
around
stopped
and shit.
for the battle. Oh, you mean like in Arceus where you could walk around and like kind of like
Yeah,
you can literally get your ass kicked while mid battle if you get in front of a
yeah,
dude. That shit
yeah.
was funny as shit when I found that out. I was like, I could just block a shot for my guy,
But it
dude.
was a nice little touch. Like I think a lot of things with that game were just a very nice simplistic touch, and I
Yeah.
think
Well, yeah,
I
they didn't really go ham with like effects and statuses and like IVs and EVs and shit because like
oh they went in with that game regardless though. Like that
yeah.
game has a lot of depth to it that I think Pokemon needs. It needs depth. Like it needs to not be so the same and simple, and it needs to have depth. Like that game has a lot of depth to it. And I need this game to have the same thing for it to keep my attention. I mean, because there ain't no, like we said, there ain't no games this year, man. Like I'm playing Sniper Elite 5 because it's like literally the only new game that's coming out from now until Call of Duty. I mean, that Fire Emblem game comes out the end of this month. The Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. I might grab that,
I
but
don't think
other
I've
than
ever
that,
finished a Fire Emblem game.
crazy man. You gotta play Three Houses, man. That joint's fire. That game is fire. That game is fire, man. That game is fucking
No time.
game of the year 2019, hands down, though. That's my favorite
You
game.
know what's not game of the year?
What?
This Hideo Kojima project that
Uh-oh.
Listen, dog. Listen, we got 2 hard games because I forgot to put on the show notes to talk about. So, on the State of Play, they showed off this game called Callisto, the Callisto Protocol. I didn't put it on the show notes.
Clips of that.
It's from the guy the people who made the original Dead Space game. So it's gonna be fucking fire. It looks good. It's PS5 PC exclusive. It might just be a PS5 exclusive. I'm not too sure about that. I don't want to spread misinformation, but that game looks fucking fire, and I'm definitely picking that up in December when it comes out because it's a day one cop. Because I did make a list because on the last gaming podcast, I did say there weren't no fucking games this year, and I wrote down a list of games that are coming out this year. So we got Saints Row, Forspoken, and Gotham Knights, and then the shit we just. That's the Square Enix game where he plays that girl Frey.
Oh, with the nail powers or whatever.
Yep. That game looks fire. I'm buying that joint. Of course, another game I didn't put on the show notes, Final Fantasy 16, was shown off. I'm not too hype about that. I forgot to put something important on the show notes. Bruh. Hold up, y'all. I got fangirl a little bit. Let me clear my throat.
And now there is Dead Air. Brought to you by Couch Combat. Subscribe on YouTube today.
That motherfucking Resident Evil 4 remake, though. Oh my fucking God, man. Oh shit. Oh shit. That joke gonna be fucking fire, bro.
When's that
March
come out?
24th, man. March 24th, 2023.
I was about to say March already happened, so why aren't you playing that shit?
Bro, that is a day fucking one, and I'm gonna be streaming it for y'all. So twitch.tv/BlazeX
Yeah,
Inferno.
Callisto Protocol comes out December 2nd.
Yep.
I might cop this. I'm looking at gameplay right now.
Is it on PC and PS5?
I'm gonna assume so.
I think it's just PS5, man.
I assumed it was new gen.
Well,
Sony's
Sony's doing this thing now where they're releasing their games on PS5 and it's actually multiplayer. So yeah, it's coming to PC.
Let's go. Instant cop.
Yeah, I thought it was just a
no.
They
It
showed
might
it at
just
the State of Play.
Have like exclusive advertisers rights on.
Damn, Sony, you fucked up this State of Play, man. They ain't show nothing exclusive to the fucking console, bro.
You're right. In fact, they de-exclusified Spider-Man, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, everybody was hype about that shit. I mean,
not everybody, dude.
I mean, man, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm glad it's coming to PC, but me personally, Game
You
came
already
out 4
played it.
years ago. Yeah,
You
I already
already
played
played
it.
it.
Like I'm
Yeah.
over it. So I don't care. I'm not. One thing about me is I ain't gatekeeping. It's not because I have a PC. It's just because there's no point to gatekeep, dog. Like free the exclusives, man. Let them go. Let them go. Especially
Yeah,
the
just
old
make good
joints.
games. How about that? Let's just do
Yeah.
that.
Let
Yeah,
them
let's
bitches
just
go, man.
make good games. Let's just
Yeah.
make fun games that aren't.
But hold up. I ain't done fangirling yet.
Oh, okay.
That Resident Evil 4 trailer looks so fucking good, dog. So fucking good, man. They brought the remake, Resident Evil 2 Leon voice actor back, which I thought was a good choice because it's kind of like Resident Evil 2 remake in itself was kind of like a retelling, but not really. It was a remake and a retelling a little bit. And I really enjoyed that. So I hope they kind of go the same direction. Cause they kind of got like Leon kind of in his bag in this game. He's like, yo, like that shit that happened in Raccoon City kind of fucked me up. Because if you play the original Resident Evil 4 and the original Resident Evil 2 Leon, Leon in Resident Evil 2 was a fucking bitch. And then Resident Evil 4 Leon, he was just a fucking badass. I was like, what the fuck? Like, this man just bossed up out of nowhere. And in this game, you could tell, like, he's in his head. The fear is still there. The shit kind of fucked him up. And, he got to do what he got to do, man. He got to do what he got to do. And I'm Resident Evil 4 is in my top 5 favorite games of all time. So this is a day one. If I can buy the physical collector's edition steel case, Sean, let me get it. Cause I'm copping it. Copping it. Day one cop. Day one cop. I didn't put it on the show notes. I don't know why. But Resident Evil 4 remake coming out. What y'all think about that?
I already like what I see. I like the designs. I like that they're trying to stay true to the past entry that didn't look so well. They're putting their touches on a few things, but from what I see so far, that don't just pilot swap everything and try to new gen everything to get me.
Yeah.
I liked it.
That was probably my favorite game last Heat. That game was fire. Kojima's next project. I mean, he's got a game coming out called Overdose. And I didn't put the whole article here, but I can kind of tell y'all. It's the main character is supposedly supposed to be the girl from Death Stranding, played Death Stranding. Her name is Copy. We gonna copy. Kojima is a god. Kojima is a god. So we gotta cop. I like Death Stranding. I'd be wanting to go back and play it. I kind of want to get the director's cut, but I'll save that for another podcast because we actually gonna talk about that on another podcast. Death Stranding is a game for me. I got some emotional ties to that joint, man. So it's like it's a game that's kind of hard for me to go and play even though I want to play it again. Like I want to actually play Death Stranding again. I want to stream it more than anything because I want to show people that that game is kind of more than just a walking simulator. Everybody keeps saying, "Oh, it's just a glorified walking simulator." Yes, but the gameplay of it is very unique, and it's like when Kojima was like, "Oh, we're making a new genre of games," like he's not lying a little bit. Like that game was very unique and it was dope, dog. Like I tell people to this day, I highly suggest you play Death Stranding if you get a chance.
So
I think it was
Blaze,
a
can I
very
ask real quick, just to clarify, groundbreaking experience or just different?
different,
Trailblazing?
different. No, but different enough to where it warrants, I believe, your attention. Like
Uh,
it's a game that I feel like you'll appreciate once you play. Like everybody looks at it, it's like all you do is walk. Like that's it. Like yes, but no. Like there's a lot to it. Like you gotta plan your routes out. You gotta understand terrain. You have to build roads so you can eventually drive to your deliveries. You know what I mean, you gotta come across enemies.
You
And
are Jeff Bezos.
yeah, I mean, you gotta throw your literal piss at enemies. You know what I mean? Literal piss at enemies. Drink Monster Energy. I mean, there's a lot to that fucking game, man. And it's like I think the story is the best part about it. The story's very good. The enemies aren't so good, but the overall world is just very unique. And again, I have uh, an emotional connection to that game, so it's hard for me to play it sometimes. Like, even when I think about it, I'm like, damn, like that was just as a time. It's kind of like a time capsule in my life when I was playing that game. It's a good memory, but a bad memory at the same time. So, but I do recommend playing it, and I think this new game, Overdose, is going to be very unique because that's what Kojima does, man. He makes very unique games. Metal Gear Solid is probably one of the best things ever of all time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I think, that man is just, he has a mind for kind of doing things, like literally just doing things. And like I said, he was going to do the new Silent Hill. And I think that was going to be a 11 out of 10 game before Konami was like, nope, kill it. Nope, kill it. So I think that man can definitely do a horror game because PT is scary as shit. PT was like this is like gruesome horror. Like this is like only a mind like Kojima could come up with some shit like that, man. And that guy Guillermo del Toro, whatever his name is,
Yeah.
only those two people can make a wild ass game like that. And that game, that PT trailer was fucking. It was something.
I remember when they shut it down and people were selling their consoles.
Still
because
got
of
it on
that.
my PS4, man. Hit me up
Yeah.
if you want to buy it.
I don't even know if it works.
It does work because I never updated it.
Oh, okay.
If you
There
don't
you go,
update it still works. I mean, I can play PT anytime I want.
That's crazy though.
Yeah, man. And I think we're going to wrap it up with one more thing. We're just going to talk about God of War, as you know, isn't coming out till 2023. And I just want to bring this to y'all attention because there's a lot of false information. A lot of people are saying like, oh, they said at Summer Games Fest they were gonna shadow drop it basically and say, no, it's coming out December of 2022. Look, man, I'm gonna keep it honest with you. I don't think a lot of these games need to come out this year. Elden Ring is kind of killing it right now for a lot of people. Fuck, I gotta play that game today. Oh my fucking god. Oh
Bitch.
my fucking god.
Bitch.
Bro.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Elden
Suffer.
Ring real fast, man.
Suffer.
Because
Get good.
we've been talking
Get
about the
good.
past couple podcasts, man, and it's like, I sing its praises. I like the game. The game is really good, but That combat though. That combat is so bad, dog. That game is so bad. I mean, it makes more sense now that my friend kind of broke it down for me. He was like, every move that you make, you got to commit to it. So it's like when you're
Yeah.
swinging your sword, commit to that bitch because you ain't gonna be. It's not like Assassin's Creed where I can be mid combo and be like, oh, let me like roll out of this. It's like no, you have
Yeah.
to commit to attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
You
I don't like to commit to shit. I don't like commitment, dog. I don't like it. I don't
I
commit
was
to
playing
these.
it the other night,
I don't
man. I was
commit to
having a
these
good
hoes.
time.
I'm not committing to a fucking swing, dog. I ain't doing it.
Bro, I was getting my shit kicked in by a spider shadow demon that could teleport and shoot webs that basically stuck you in place and you just got wailed on by skeletons. Stuck on that dude for like a minute, and then I used my holy blade attack and shit killed his ass. I was like, really?
Oh man,
I was struggling and I used holy
Look,
magic and it's a wrap. Okay.
Elden Ring is a good game, but I think there's a lot of factors that make it a good game. And I think the holy
No,
factor, is that it's a $60 game with a lot of content.
dude, the map is insanely big, and I'm
Man,
like,
that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of content. But other than that, man, that game is fucking just bullshit. Fuck that game.
nah,
Talking
you're
about
just
some
bad
get
at it.
good, man.
You're just
Like I
bad
said
at
on
it.
stream.
Salt,
Yeah, talking about some
salt.
get good, man. Get the fuck
good.
off my
Better
dick,
yourself.
dog.
That's
Get
what
the
it means.
fuck off
It
my
means
dick,
better
dog.
yourself. Go to the Elden gym, get stronger, come back and fight. That's the whole fucking routine.
Get the fuck off my
Get
dick.
your training arc on.
Bro, it got
Get
so
good,
bad.
come
It got
back.
so bad. I was trying to find exploits for this game. Like, bro, how do I just get to level 300 and beat this fucking game, dog?
Bro, I literally had
cheat
a dude
codes.
join me. I had a dude join me and show me an exploit. And he was like, yeah, I get like 300,000 souls
Yeah,
from doing
I
this.
know what you're
And
talking
he leveled
about.
up 4 times.
Yeah.
300,000 souls. 4 times. Nah, there is no exploits. All right.
No, that's what I'm saying though. Which one was it? Was it the one in Caelid?
No, it's the one where he jumps off a map and he just gets 300,000 K after falling for a ridiculous amount of time. Yeah, it's weird.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm still hype. I'm still hype.
Did you fight the wolf thing yet?
Yeah, Radigan or not Radigan or the red.
The red
You
wolf.
killed that on
Yeah.
stream, right?
Yeah, man. That shit
Yeah,
put
that
me the
dude-
fuck through it, man.
I think like I said, it's a good game. Only problem I have an issue with is the stuttering on PC and the camera.
I mean, that's just PC, man. You know.
Well, the camera's universal. Like, you lock onto a dude, you and especially fighting that wolf thing, that your camera going all over the goddamn place.
Do you play with a controller, or mouse, and keyboard?
Controller. I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna break my fingers over this shit.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. No, like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not trying to break my fucking controller over this. Like, fuck that. Talking about some get good. Like I said, get the fuck off my dick, dog.
I get good.
Get the fuck off my dick, man. This game is good, but it's fucking it's good.
You
It's a
talking
good
to
game.
the guy that's running around beating people naked with a scarab head. That's a literal debuff.
Listen, dog. Game's okay.
Get fucking good, kid.
Get off my dick.
Bro, there ain't no dick to get off of.
Whoa.
Because you ain't got one, because you're not good.
Pause.
There's no pause.
Man. Fuck Elden Ring. I really gotta play that shit today, man. I really gotta play that shit today, man. Can we play something? I'm gonna play something else. Fuck that. Now I'm gonna start my stream up with some Elden Ring while I wait for you guys. To play Sea of Thieves. But I'm not playing that long today, by the way. Like, I'm probably on stream for like 3 hours, and that's it.
I didn't stream last night, so like I missed out on Bigfoot. So I think we're gonna.
We didn't even play it. They played Phasmophobia
No, I know, because
at fucking like 4 a.m.
I got like hit with a fucking weird heartburn thing that just knocked me out of commission.
Yeah, I
Oh
heard.
wow.
Yeah, and then fucking I think Vitani was sick as well.
Yeah, she wasn't feeling too good.
So I was just like, fuck it, I'm not even gonna bother.
Yeah.
And then yeah, so I think we'll do Sea of Thieves we'll start off with that, and then we'll switch over to Bigfoot.
Nice. I get to see you guys lock up Cat, possibly.
Again, yeah. No, throw her in a break. She just be
Thanks.
derailing everything. She blow everything up. She crashed 3 ships, bro.
Hey,
Three
yo,
relationships, though.
Blaze,
She's
I
in
don't
here
know if
like,
you
she's
remember.
like, turn, but she's drunk as shit and vomiting in my face. And when you get vomited on in Sea of Thieves, it blocks your vision. Like a
I
little.
hope you have that clip, Blaze, where she asked. I clipped it for you. She said,
Yeah. I'm gonna post it up. I might post it up this morning, actually.
yeah,
I
she
might
said,
post that
what
joint
is a
this morning.
rock? I was fucking crying,
Bruh.
crying, laughing. What is a rock? And then
Is
you
a
looked
rock.
at the camera and was like, did she really just ask, what is a rock? Like, your reaction made it even funnier.
This shit's
That's what I
crazy.
do, man. My goal is just to entertain y'all, make y'all laugh, make y'all feel comfortable in my space, man. That's everything, man. That's everything, man. And but we're gonna wrap this up because, like I said, I don't want to take too much of y'all time. We're already like 2
About 2
hours and 13 minutes ish in. So yeah, I mean, we're gonna wrap this joint up. I know there's a lot that we missed on this episode. We're gonna get back to it next episode. Because I know there's not gonna be a lot of new gaming news from now until the next one. So we're gonna kind of spread the information out. Plus, we're gonna talk about some things next episode, in like full depth. Because this episode I kind of wanted. As I said on Instagram, Twitter, if you follow me, man, this the second year of the podcast, we got a lot planned. We're gonna be doing a lot of different things, and when I say that is we're gonna get a little bit more consistent with the music podcast. We're gonna do a lot more creative spotlights like we did today with my boy Brock. And we're also gonna be doing like some specials where it may not even pertain to gaming. It might just be a podcast and me just talking to a special guest and having a regular ass conversation. I kind of want to go in different directions with the podcast. Even though this is an Infernal Gaming podcast, I do want to keep it centralized around gaming, but I also kind of want to talk about other things like you'll see. We got
Diverse
a lot.
topics.
Yeah, exactly. I want to kind of diversify. That was the word I was looking for.
Unrelated to gaming and music.
I want to
There you go.
diversify myself. I want to, just kind of give y'all content with this platform in a whole bunch of different ways. Like I said, we have a pretty decent sized audience. I appreciate all of y'all for tuning in. And moving forward, man, we got a lot to do this year, man. We got a lot of work. Man. And just stay tuned, man. Because like I said, maybe not this next podcast, but the podcast after that is going to be a very unique episode. And I think you guys are going to really enjoy that because I'm going to be bringing a lot of different people into that one. And it's going to be dope. But until then, I mean, we're going to wrap this show up, man. We're going to wrap this joint up. You know what I mean? So, E-Night, what is your, what you want to say to the people before we get the fuck on out of here?
Let's see. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Couch Combat.
Mm-hmm.
1 away from 300.
Hey.
Fucking
Nice.
don't forget to follow me on Twitch and on Instagram under Couch Combat. And fucking Blaze X Inferno, get good at this game. You didn't beat me in the 1v1 in Halo.
Oh shit.
Get off my dick, man.
Brad, no dick. All right, no dick there. None.
Brock
Does not exist. You hear this? That Thanos snapped that shit out of existence.
Wow. Pause. Anyway,
It's like I don't feel so good there.
Brock, is there anything you want to say to the people, man, for episode 35 of the Infernal Gaming Podcast, man? First of all, I just want to say to you, thank you for being here. Thank you for coming out.
Man. Thank you for having me, man.
Thank you for just being a listener of the podcast, an avid listener of the podcast. And just thank you for just being a dope human being, coming out, and always just showing love to the community. Like I said, you're my mod for a reason. You're a mod in the Infernal Discord for a reason. You are extraordinary human being. Keep doing what you do, my guy. But what you want to say to the people,
Being a
man?
raise too.
We talk about that.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. All I want to say is, yeah, just laugh as much as you can. That's why I do what I do, and I contribute what I contribute. I don't think about uh negative stuff or what I can take. I just think about what I can give, because tomorrow ain't guaranteed. You can follow me.
Nice.
You can follow me on my Instagram, DBAR Brock. Brock DBAR for Twitter. Again, that's weird. I'm not gonna look into changing it. Don't really care. And subscribe to my YouTube channel, DBAR Brock. If you want to laugh again, I know YouTube is filled with gossip. It's filled with negative stuff. It's filled with, exposed videos. That's what my channel's there for. It's just there to be different. It's there to be laughed at.
Man. Please go follow my guy, man. Like I say, in every stream, man, go follow my guy, man. Go show him some love. I mean, like I said, very extraordinary human being, man. I appreciate you for being on this episode, man. Like this is all for you, man. It's all for you, dog.
I appreciate it, man.
It was a pleasure, man. It was a pleasure having you
I
here.
appreciate y'all, all of y'all, everybody in the Liddy gang. As long as y'all do what y'all do, I'll do what I do, because y'all inspire me too.
And that's it. That's what we here for, man. To just push each other. I mean,
yeah, push each other to get good at Elden Ring.
Oh my dick. And my closing statement is just that, man. Just keep striving to do what y'all do, man. Follow me on my social medias. I mean, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube at BlazeXinferno. Follow me because this was another long one, man. Another long one. Pause. But I mean, that's it. That's all we got, man. And I'll see you guys on the next one, man. Like I said, we got a lot planned for the future, and I hope you guys come out for those episodes, man. Because like I said, not the next episode, but the episode after that, man, it's gonna be something, man. It's gonna be something very unique that we've never done before. I've been talking to a lot of different people about it, and we just gonna make that happen. And we gonna talk to him, as my man Warren would say, talk to him. So, I mean, until the next time, this has been episode 35 of the Infernal Gaming Podcast, man. I love y'all. Thank y'all for coming out. Have a good rest of your night, day, whenever you listen to this podcast, and get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, fuck Quantum TV.
We'll talk about that on the next episode because shit's getting wild with that situation. But I want to see the whole thing because there's more unfolding even right now. So we'll talk about that next time. We out. Peace. Have a good day. Get the fuck out. Go make sure you drink water and
yeah, I'm gonna go take a shit.
Yeah, go take a shot for me. Peace.